Hello, YouTube. This is Keith Kevin Ken. How you doing? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. It's time again for another knife of the day. This is where I go through my collection, one knife at a time, one day at a time. Take a look at the playlist. We're close to 300. Okay, 285 or so, but still a lot of daily knives. So go check them out. On there is the entire Spyderco collection, most of my Browse Blades collection. I still have a few more of those to go. Most of my Microtech out the fronts. I think I have a couple more of those to go. And some of my Chris Reeve collection. I've got about 50 or 40 to go. Today, the knife of the day is a Chris Reeve knife. It's a discontinued knife, really on two fronts. It's the Chris Reeve Sebenza 25. All the 25s are disconnected now that there are large Inkosis. And it's also the limited edition carbon fiber Inlay from Blade HQ, and those have been sold out for quite some time. So, hard to get. I've seen them on the secondary markets, brand new even. A couple of brand new ones are still out there with some representatives, some Chris Reeve representatives who haven't sold them yet. But this is a tough one to get. I have the complete set, the large and small 21, the 25, and the Inkosi, which I think was limited to 15 of them. So I'm happy. Small Inkosi. I have a lot of Sebenza 25s. I have no large Inkosis because I think they are an improvement on the Sebenza 25, but because I have so many 25s, I'm not focusing on them. But I am focusing on the small Inkosis. I've done a couple of looks at a couple of the Inkosis in my collection. I love those because the 25, the Sebenza 25, never had a small Sebenza 25. Not like the 21, which has large and small. This only has the large. So I consider the Inkosi. So a small Inkosi that has the profile of a 25, well, that was never in my collection. So I'm really concentrating on those. But this right here is a Sebenza 25. This was created by Chris Reeve in celebration of Chris Reeve Knives, the 25th anniversary celebration of Chris Reeve Knives. Most of you are familiar with the Sebenza 20, the large Sebenza 21. You can see what Chris Reeve did when he introduced this. It was a whole new game for him. First he had the Sebenza, then he had the Classic, then he had the Sebenza 21. This is a Sebenza 21. You can see the difference with the 25, right? 2 forward choils as opposed to just one. Look at that blade. Obviously, this isn't in single. But one thing you'll see is the blade had that notch and the hump that comes up over it. Just a new spin to a very classic Chris Reeve knife on the celebration of his 25th anniversary. Just a real nice knife. So let's talk about it. Chris Reeve loves Crucible, CPM. He worked with CPM to develop S30V. And then, of course, when they had the improved S35VN steel, he adopted that for all of his knives. This is S35VN. The blade is stonewash. I love the stonewash on these blades. You know, it's funny. Yes, there's stonewash and then there's stonewash. And I have a lot of knives from different people who stonewash their knives. And they do great stonewash on the blades, but man, Chris Reeve, you don't even think about it, right? But I really like it. I really like their stonewash. Very consistent, like everything on a Chris Reeve knife. Very consistent. It's 3.6 inches. The total length of the knife is 8.4 inches, and it's about 5.2 ounces, depending on what kind of inlays or if it's a plain Jane, but it's about 5.2 ounces. Hollow ground. It's a hollow grind. Clip point. Just a nice standard knife that can do anything. Nice standard blade that can do anything. Holds up to anything. It's a real nice knife. If it doesn't hold up, all Chris Reeve knives have a lifetime guarantee, so you can send it in and let them take care of it. Chris Reeve Knives comes with a birthday card, a wonderful cloth. Let me reach over here. I have a stack of these that I love. Wonderful cloth with each one. And with each Chris Reeve knife, a leather sheath to slip into your pocket. Buttery leather. It also gives you oil and a tool. I mean, to me, I know everyone talks about how expensive Chris Reeve knives are. And, but I'll tell you, when you open up a Chris Reeve box, you get a lot of extras. They know how to treat their customers. Like I said, this is an exclusive. You know, Chris Reeve does a lot of inlays. The micarta inlay, a lot of wood inlays. I loved when Blade HQ came out with carbon fiber inlays. You know, you're so used to all of these natural wood inlays from Chris Reeve. And, you know, you also get the micarta. But space age material in the inlays I really love. And of course, all of the Chris Reeve inlaid knives have 3 slivers. 2 on the front on the show side, 1 on the back. On most of the inlays, all of the inlays except for 1, you'll see it with the polish tie polished on the back except for the clip and the lock bar. I love that. I really do. The one exception is the micarta. On the micarta, they don't do a polished titanium. It's the raw titanium, which I love. That goes really well with the 3 micarta strips. So the handle, of course, is titanium. In this case, polished with the carbon fiber inlays, the 2 forward choils, the jimping leading up to the top in right to that notch. 2 lugs, 2 blue lugs, see-through construction like all of the Sebenzas. Comes with the lanyard. Just a real nice knife. Really is. Of course, the Chris Reeve integral frame lock that he created. Steel centered. The tolerances are unbelievable. You know, that's why he gives you a tool. He's confident in the fact that you can't screw it up. Of course, like anything that's manufactured, anything, there are some problems, and when there are, you can send them back. I have to knock wood. I have 58 Chris Reeve knives, and I haven't had troubles with any of them. Knock wood. Of course, I'm not a heavy user. I know a lot of you are. So I work in an office. I do carry, but I work in an office, and so there's not a lot of use. But I love it. I really do. The knife of the day is the Chris Reeve Sebenza 25. It's discontinued. It's also the limited edition with carbon fiber inlays from Blade HQ that went very quickly. Right hand tip up carry only. Blade HQ did offer a left-handed tip up only. That sold out quickly as well. I want to compare with the Sebenza 21 and the Umnumzun. Really the classic three big knives. I guess you could also add to that list the large and Kosi as well. What a classic with that little twist with that wonderful carbon fiber inlay. I just love these knives. That's why I have them all. I just really love them. That's the knife of the day. Chris Reeve, collaboration with Blade HQ for a limited edition carbon fiber inlay Sebenza 25. If you're enjoying these videos that we do every single day as we walk our way through my collection, we've got a lot of Striders, Hinderers, some custom knives. I'm saving the case knives for last because I'm going to have to do some research on them. I just bought a lot of case knives that I love. Just simple slip joint knives. So we'll talk about those as well. More knives to come. If you're enjoying this, don't forget to thumb it up. Let me know that you're out there. It just keeps me going. When you do a daily anything, you need a little inspiration, and you guys are mine with those thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Less than 30% of the people who watch this channel on a regular basis even don't subscribe. Look, I watch a lot of YouTube. I subscribe to a lot of YouTubers, but I do realize every time I talk to you guys, I go, I just watched a bunch of YouTubers and I didn't thumb it up and I didn't subscribe. So do that, or these will get lost. It's hard to find. Also, when you subscribe, turn on notifications. Hit that little bell. That helps as well. You guys have a perfect day. Keep those pockets full. Hey, take a couple of minutes away from social media. I find it so hard to do, but when I do, I just feel so much better. Be alone with your thoughts for a little bit. Just prepares you more for life with your family, your significant other, your kids, or whatever. You guys have a perfect day. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.